I'm Heather from Here Booktubes, and today our villain love interest. I'm a sucker for a bad man in love. But this is a little bit more than that. This is inspired by Shatterme, Akmaf, and Shadow and Bone. These are all YA-ish series that have a good love interest and a bad love interest. So they all have a little bit of a love triangle situation going on, and I rooted for the villain in all of them. Now, not to spoil it for you, but the villain doesn't always get the girl, but sometimes he does in these different series. So I really wanted adult romances like that, where you have a good love interest and a bad love interest, and for me, the bad love interest gets the girl, but that's not quite as prevalent in adult romance as it is in YA fantasy. So this is my best attempt. If you, though, have recommendations for this where like there's good and bad and you're totally rooting for the bad guy whether or not he gets the girl, let me know. Spoiler alert, I like it a lot better if the bad guy gets the girl. I'm just gonna be perfectly honest with you. Give me the murderous psycho in love. So in my last video, I was wearing my Taylor Swift Reputation shirt, and so I just wanted to point out that for this one, I'm wearing the Folklore shirt, specifically the sweatshirt, because insert that Schitt's Creek meme of Reputation stands becoming Folklore stands because it's glorious. So yeah, I just wanted to let you know, as a person of taste and culture, Folklore. The first one is Ruthless King, which is the Mount Trilogy #1 by Meghan March. This is a woman is divorced or getting divorced or something, and her husband did a bunch of gambling debt and now she's forced to pay it, and she's gonna have to pay with herself. And she falls in love with the guy that she has to pay to. This is in and of itself not an uncommon setup. In fact, I have a lot of books that I've read very similar to this. However, I've never mentioned this on my channel, and this was probably the first one I ever read with this type of setup, and I loved it. So Mount is not a misunderstood guy. He's generally a bad guy, but he does treat her really well, and I can get behind that. Number 2, I have Monster, which is Savages #1 by Jessica Gadziala. The hero in this is hired to kidnap the main character, and he does, and he's not overly nice to her. He's like way nicer to her than he is to the people he normally kidnaps for money. But he's not overly nice to her, but then he does end up being so fantastic. This is one of those cases where, yeah, technically he's a criminal, but once she like becomes his woman, like he's gonna treat her like gold for sure. So I love Jessica Gadziala. This is the first in one of her many series. You can easily start with this one if you want an introduction to all of the criminal activity and love stories of Navasink Bank. Also, the cover is gorgeous. Next, we have Night, which is Unfinished Hero #1 by Kristen Ashley. Wow, Jessica Gadziala and Kristen Ashley are on this list. Everybody is surprised. I mean, a bunch of you are, because most of you have not watched multiple of my videos, but just so you know, like, I love them. This one is an entire series about anti-heroes, which, yes. Night is not a good guy. He runs a prostitution ring. He does treat the girls really good, like excellent, but just so you know, he does a lot of things. She is invited to a house party at his house. He's not throwing it. He walks in, instant connection. And yeah, it's super good. It's an alpha male. It's an anti-hero. It's a cool chick. I honestly don't remember that much about her, but I read this a long time ago. I loved it. I should probably do a reread. He's not a good guy, but he's good to her. That's all That's all we want. That's it. Give it to us. Number 4, The Kiss Thief by LJ Shen. This one is a love triangle. There is the boy that she has been planning on marrying and is in love with. And there's the guy that buys her from her parents. And he's a US Senator. And there's a big age gap. And it's crazy. And for sure, I think you end up rooting for one person or the other. You know I'm rooting for the villain. I'm not going to tell you who gets the girl. But there is a definite love triangle. And I will say, too, in this, that both guys screw up pretty epically. And the one that I was rooting for screwed up. I knew that there was going to be something that like I didn't like, so it didn't have as much of an impact on me because I was expecting it, I guess, even though I didn't know what the thing was. So maybe just be aware of that he's going to make a mistake and you're going to be mad at him for sure. Oh, and I forgot, and the main character is a mob princess, so there's that. Lastly, I have Twist Me, which is Twist Me number 1 by Zaires, or Zaires. This is a trilogy about the same couple, and I'm just gonna tell you right now, I don't like this guy. This is too dark for me. I've not read anything else by Zaires, even though this was a crazy, fantastic trilogy, but this romance is darker than I like. So I'm just gonna let you know, but honestly, villains and romance, he had to go on the list. He's not a good guy. And I don't know if you ever fully get on his team, because he's still not a good guy, even to her at like the end of it. So it's confusing. Again, this is a dark romance. He is not a good guy. So you've been warned. So Julian kidnaps her on her 18th birthday and takes her to his private island. There's no one there to help her. There's one woman who is a cook slash bodyguard. And he always makes her enjoy his physical advances, but it's not consensual at all. And also, she's a little bit of a masochist, and he's a lot of a sadist. So there is whipping and things like that in here. Even after they've been together for years, I think, he gets his way. He won't listen to her. He won't listen to her beg. He will do whatever he wants. And he's an international arms dealer, and basically nobody's gonna stop him. And it's crazy. And he manipulates her. It's definitely captive-captor, masochist sadist, manipulation, age gap, power imbalance. There's a lot of things. And you're kind of rooting for him, but like, not really, because he's a bad person. I don't know. It has stuck with me, I will tell you that. If you want a dark villain romance, this is it. He's not a good guy. But yeah, it's dark. It's darker than I'm comfortable with. It's probably darker than I'm going to recommend in basically any other video because, like I said, it's honestly past my comfort level. Just is. So yeah. There's that. What's the best villain love story you have read? I'm a complete and total sucker for villains as love interests. I just am. And so I would love to hear your recommendations. Bonus points if he's a total alpha and he treats her like gold, even if he's a really bad person. So thanks so much for watching. Bye.